Hey agents, how do you get the strongest sustained team healing out of a Refactor build during the toughest content in the Division 2? Today, we're putting some of the community's most common chest recommendations to the test to find out which one delivers the strongest continuous team-wide repairs. The results may surprise you. So, why Refactor? A strong healer can often mean the difference between success and failure in Master, Legendary, Retaliations, Escalations, and other brutal endgame encounters. Unlike a traditional Restorer Hive, which encourages players to stay within its green circle, Refactor has no distance limitation. That's because of its 4-piece talent, Return to Sender. Receive repairs equal to 10% of the damage dealt by your skills. Your allies receive repairs equal to 20% of the damage dealt by your skills. This talent has two major implications. First, instead of dedicating your skills to healing, you can take a much more active role in combat by using damage-dealing utility skills. Second, your teammates can spread out across the battlefield and continue receiving repairs as long as your skills are dealing damage. The core mechanic is simple. Skill damage becomes team healing. The question is, which chest talent produces the strongest sustained repairs? Some chest talents seem like obvious winners, but game mechanics don't always work the way intuition suggests. That's exactly why we're testing instead of guessing. There are plenty of skills you could use with Refactor. Some, especially explosive skills, can produce massive bursts of repairs. But once those skills go on cooldown, your healing stops. In the toughest content, sustained healing is often more valuable than burst healing. For this video, I'm focusing on the Assault Turret and Striker Drone because they provide a nearly continuous stream of damage. With Refactor, that translates into a nearly continuous stream of team-wide repairs. To keep the data easy to read, however, we'll use only the Assault Turret during testing, so the damage numbers remain clear. As always, we'll take a data-driven approach. Here in the shooting range beneath the base of operations, we'll measure each chest talent objectively. Every build will remain identical except for the chest piece. We'll stay at skill tier 6, every attribute will be skill damage, and every build will use the capacitor and the named Hana U backpack, Force Multiplier. I won't fire the capacitor during testing, so neither capacitance nor perfect combined arms will be active. That leaves the chest talent as the only meaningful variable. With the ground rules established, let's put each chest to the test. For our first test, we have the named Wyvernware chest, Impetus, with the perfect kinetic momentum talent. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or while not on cooldown. Stacks increase total skill damage by 1.5% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 18 stacks per skill, lost when on cooldown. My world difficulty is set to heroic, so the damage numbers will be higher than challenging, hard, or normal. I've also set the targets to very hard. Okay, let's go. Here, the blue numbers are armor hits, and the red ones are headshots, while the white numbers are health damage. As we freeze frame, we can see the assault turret is hitting for 222,000 damage per shot. So let's make a note of this in this comparison table. Turret damage is 222k. The team-wide heals from Refactor's Return to Sender is 20% of skill damage dealt, which comes to around 44,000. Before moving on, two quick notes. My watch is fully upgraded, and here in the utility section, you can see that I've maxed out skill damage, so it's providing a permanent 10% skill damage bonus. Also, I've upgraded my assault turret to expertise level 30, adding another 30% skill damage. If your numbers are lower, those bonuses are likely why. With that in mind, let's move on to the next chest. For this test, we have the named Edelweiss chest, Benefactor, with the perfect Empathic Resolve talent. Repairing an ally increases their total weapon and skill damage by 3 to 20% for 20 seconds. Self, 1 to 15%. Effectiveness increases with skill tier. Well, we're at skill tier 6, so let's test that effectiveness with Benefactor. And off we go. As we freeze frame, we can see my turret is dealing approximately 139,000 damage per hit. Over to the comp table, we'll note turret damage at 139k. 20% of 139k comes to approximately 28,000. So far, Impetus looks like the better choice. Some online build videos have suggested that repair skills improves Refactor's performance. The problem is that healing and repairs don't produce visible combat numbers, making that claim difficult to verify. What we can measure is skill damage, because Refactor's return to sender explicitly scales from skill damage. Let's swap the repair skills attribute for critical hit chance, which affects neither skill damage nor Refactor's repairs. If repair skills influences skill damage in any way, we'd expect the turret's damage to change. Okay, let's go. See? It doesn't. The turret is still hitting for approximately 139,000 per shot. So, based on this test, repair skills has no effect on skill damage. Whether it somehow modifies the repairs granted by return to sender isn't something we can verify with observable in-game data. Let's move on to the next chest. Now let's look at Refactor's own chest talent, Increased Interest. Increases the repairs received from return to sender from 10% to 25% and from 20% to 35%. Notice what's changing. Both your personal repairs and your teammates' repairs receive a significant increase in the percentage of skill damage converted into healing. To test this fairly, I need to keep the 4-piece Refactor bonus active, so I've crafted an improvised holster with a skill tier core and put skill damage on it. It contributes nothing else that would influence the results. Let's see the numbers. Freeze-framed, the assault turret is dealing approximately 139,000 damage per shot. Back over at the comparison table, that's the same 139,000 we saw with Benefactor. At first glance, that might make Impetus look like the better choice because it's producing more skill damage. And that's exactly where some online build videos stop. But they're overlooking one critical detail: the conversion rate. Impetus and Benefactor convert 20% of your skill damage into team repairs. Increased Interest converts 35%. Watch what happens. 35% of 139,000 comes to approximately 49,000 repairs. That's higher than the roughly 44,000 repairs from Impetus, even though Impetus produced more skill damage. That's the surprise I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But can we push it even higher? Absolutely. A second piece of Hana Yu increases your skill damage by another 10%, which translates into even stronger team repairs. If you're also serving as the team's dedicated reviver and want to run the Birdie exotic backpack, a single piece of Wyvernware is a solid compromise, providing 8% skill damage while freeing up your backpack slot to host the Birdie. Either option increases your team's healing, and those repairs climb even higher as you build capacitor stacks. So, which chest is actually best? Some of you might be thinking, isn't Impetus the meta? It's fair to ask, but remember, the question I set out to answer wasn't which chest produces the highest skill damage, it was which chest provides the strongest sustained team healing. If your goal is maximizing skill damage, and your group rarely needs additional healing, Impetus is a perfectly reasonable choice. A disciplined team that uses cover well and avoids unnecessary damage may benefit more from ending fights faster. But every group is different. When teammates overextend, get flanked, or, if you're anything like me, you haven't had enough coffee yet, the Refactor chest's higher conversion rate starts to earn its place. Every player who goes down removes a source of damage, forces another teammate to stop shooting for a revive, and increases the pressure on everyone who's left. Keeping teammates alive isn't just about survivability, It's about preserving the team's overall damage output. The Refactor chest also strengthens your own repairs, helping keep the healer alive when the team needs them most. Ultimately, there isn't one universally correct build. The best players adapt to the situation and build around what their team actually needs. To me, the role of a healer is to keep everyone in the fight, not to chase the highest damage numbers, but to enable the team to deliver consistent, meaningful damage. That's what separates knowing a build from knowing the game. That's it from me. If this video genuinely helped you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with your friends. Until the next video, stay strong, stay safe, and stay dangerous.